Shalom. Kol halo Yahweh Ba'ashom Yahusha Ba'ashom Rakach Wadash. The ones of the apostles, the ones of their oldest. Agree Millstone Ruel tells us truth. Much respect to you brothers out there to preach this word in truth and sincerity. To watch four corners of earth. Tabernacle David, Hope Elect, Speckled Bird. Shalom, shalom. Let's get into this lesson, man. I just want to speak about my testimony of fasting, right? I want to say I started doing a 40 to 44 hour fast, sometimes longer, sometimes less. Water fast starting in June. I want to say June, maybe a little bit before then, right? And I started at 230 pounds. Now, myself at 230 pounds, I did not have a huge ass gut, a huge ass belly sticking out, but obviously, your boy needed to cut. And as they say, and I experienced this for myself, right? Experienced this for myself. You cannot outwork a bad diet. You just can't. And I'm doing this little quick thing. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get the scripture too. Right. I'm gonna get this right real quick, and then I get into my testimony. I'm gonna get this right here. Sirach 37, verse 19. There is one that is wise and teacheth many, and yet is unprofitable to himself. Right? You don't want to be that type of Jake. You teaching many, but you're not taking your own advice. You're not following the wisdom that the Lord has set up. Yeah, you can break it down, but you're not doing it yourself, right? And what we're seeing with our apostles and elders, brothers on down, hey, they not just talking it, they living it. And if I'm not mistaken, what you see with the ISBK, with the video of them, what was it, with Tommy G or somebody over there interviewing them. Over there, they're doing push-ups, they're doing workouts and all that type of stuff. But the men at top, they got huge guts. They got huge bellies. They're out of shape. You see? And so what we're seeing with our apostles, they're actually living it. They're walking. They're fasting. They're telling you how to do it. They're telling you the benefits of it. And most definitely, as the apostle has said, if it benefits him, it's most definitely going to benefit us. And like I said, before I watched this video, I'll say this. I asked myself, how bad do you want it? Just like the kingdom of heaven. How bad do you want it? Right? I knew I needed to go on the cut because this is what I was going to say earlier. Yeah, I will go on the intermittent fasting, right? Which means you wouldn't eat anything for a couple of hours. I'll do that at work. Yeah, I'll do it intermittent fasting. And a lot of times I won't eat or drink. But afterwards, what are you eating? Right? Yeah, you're doing the intermittent fasting, but what are you eating afterwards? Are you watching your calories? Right? Are you stuffing your face right after? Are you breaking the fast properly? These things I wasn't doing properly. Yeah, I was working out. Yeah, I got stronger. Right? Because one of the things, I had to be in the gym because I was dealing with an injury. So I had to be in the gym. Had to work out. Had to gain more strength. Right? Had to get built up. That's another thing, dealing with the injury. I couldn't move like I wanted to move, right? But, the water y'all about me on shy, everything's healing. And, I'm able to move, able to run and jump again. But hey, that took some time. Hey, technically 2 years. I've been hurt for like 2 years. I'm still technically healing, but I'm in a thousand times of a better place, right? Way better place. But anyways, getting back to it. So yeah, my diet afterwards was trash, or you'll break the fast improperly, right? You got to break it properly, right? So you look up some videos about being in a calorie deficit. A great thing to do is count your calories. Realize what you eating. Eat some foods that are filling, man. Right? Because there was this video, which, if I'm not mistaken, brothers also did a lesson on it. If I'm not mistaken, I was watching it last week or 2 weeks ago, whenever, about this woman that killed her nieces and nephews. Her niece and nephews were brought into her care, and she was saying they were eating her, house and home. Well, what type of foods are you feeding the kids? Right? You're not feeding them foods that are filling, right? And over here in Babylon the Great, our foods is defiled and they're not filling. So they're made for you to be snacking. And so what happens when you snacking all day? Right? You're going to gain pounds, right? So that's just it. So getting to my testimony, right? Once again, I want to say I started it at the beginning of June or so. In the first 3 weeks with this 40 to 44-hour fast, sometimes more, sometimes less, I lost about 10 pounds within a 3 week span, right? So went to 230 to 220, right? And now as I speak, I'm about 212. And the goal is, Lord willing, because the first goal was to go to 210. Set goals for yourself if you're trying to lose weight, or if you're trying to cut, right? In my case, I'm trying to cut. Yeah, technically lose weight, look a lot better, right? I feel a lot better, which I'll get into that, right? So I'm about 212 right now. After my fast, I normally lose from 2 to 4 pounds. Yeah, about 2 to 4 pounds. Sometimes more, sometimes less. Right? That's been about the average. 2 to 4 pounds each week when I go on this fast. Now, mind you, I'm working out. I'm watching my calories to the best of my ability. It's not to say that once in a while I ain't, diving into the, a little sweet here and there, But other than that, yeah, for the best, to the best of my ability, I'm not using no macro factor app or something like that. I'm kind of eyeballing it. Some of it. Hey, you can clearly read on the back of the ingredients and stuff how many calories that it has in it. So doing it that way, and with me doing that way, yes, I've seen great benefits, man. Once again, I'm losing the weight. I'm cutting, man. So after this fast, like I said, I'm about 212. I may end up being 210. Lord willing, less. My next goal is, like I said, the first goal is to be 210. I'm just about there. Lord willing, after this fast, maybe less, Lord willing, right? Yahweh Ratazah. And then my next goal, 205. If I'm not liking how that's looking, which once again, I'm feeling 1,000 times better. I have a lot more energy. I'm feeling great, right? So 205, I may end up going to 200. right? If I'm not happy with that, maybe 195, right? Maybe 190. But it all it remains to be seen. It remains to be seen. But hey, I can tell you, it's great benefits. You have more energy. You feel a lot better. And we're going to get into the benefits of fasting here in a second. I want to get this real quick, though. Matthew 24 and verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, pestilence, and earthquakes in diverse places. Now, why am I bringing out this scripture, right? Because mainly I'm bringing it out for the famines part. You have to, my humble opinion, right? And it's just how my spirit is rolling. If you know a famine is coming, prepare your body. Prepare your body, right? First and foremost, get this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Because no matter the amount of prep that you have with your body, physically prepping for food, if you're not right with Yahweh Shem Shai, you're not of the elect, right? You're going to be reserved unto judgment, right? So first and foremost, do that. As I get this real quick, Proverbs 27 and verse 12, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hide himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. So the prudent is getting into this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. They're tapping into this thing. They're worshiping Yahweh by Shemiel Shah. We asking for that mercy. We're doing our sit downs, our lessons, right? We're going out there to the highways and byways. But the 2/3, they're not taking heed. So this famine, this chaos and destruction is going to catch them off guard, right? So once again, this is just for my spirit, right? But most definitely, this is some wise advice. If you know a famine is coming, prepare your body, man, right? It's good to work out. Stop doing all that snacking. Fast, right? And we're going to get into the benefits of fasting. The elder had went into it as well. I have a little notes right here too. Things that you can do. You get a weighted vest, right? I haven't got one yet. I did have one, but I want something similar to this, as you see right here. I want something similar to this, where I can wear at work. You can pretty much, walk around in it. As you see the elder, he's walking around, and you can burn a lot of calories in a short amount of time, a lot more calories. But yeah, pretty much tricking your body thinking it's 30 pounds heavier, and you're burning more calories. So this is something that I want to get, something that I want to invest in. Let's see. You can get some. It's just some good advice. Depending on how strong you are, might be 5 pounds, 8 pounds, 10 pounds, and it's a little boxing technique for training, and start punching the air. Right? Do that for a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes if you can. Right? Burn a lot of calories with that. Lemon water is good. Right? I'm gonna go over here. Right? What are the benefits of fasting? Fasting offers a range of potential benefits supported by scientific research and anecdotal evidence. Here's a concise overview based on current understanding. Physical health benefits: improve metabolic health. Fasting can enhance insulin sensitivity, lower blood sugar levels, reduce the risk of type 2 diabetes. You see, because these people are constantly eating. You constantly eating all them snacks, right? And then Jake wakes up and he has diabetes, man, right? Which also that could be reversed, right? That can be reversed. But, through this Esau Edom's wickedness, he makes money off of you not being healthy. So that's why these foods are filled with chemicals. So it's good to watch your diet. It's good to watch what you're eating. Eat these foods that are filling, right? By allowing the body to use stored glucose and fat for energy, you see? And this is one of the reasons why I have more energy. Yeah, your body, depending on the type of work that you're in, right? Your body might be tired. You might be a little sore here and there. Hey, you got some jobs that work you mentally. But, come home, I'm not passing out. Now my couch is comfortable as hell. So I know better not to sit on my couch because I know I'm going to pass out. But other than that, I have more energy, right? So my body is using up the stored glucose, using up the fat for energy instead of using all that sugar that you pumping your body with, right? You pumping your body with all that sugar, right? And it's only for a little jolt, right? It's only for a little jolt. Let me see. The elder had put up. Let's see. Yeah, resistance is a condition where your body cells don't respond properly to insulin, a hormone that helps regulate blood sugar levels. This means the cells don't absorb glucose, right, sugar, from the blood as efficiently as they should, leading to the normal blood sugar levels. Over time, this can lead to serious issues like pre-diabetes or type 2 diabetes, you see. It's why it's imperative, add fasting into your regimen, right? Matter of fact, autotrophy is a cellular process where the cells break down and recycle their own damaged or dysfunctional components. Because if you're constantly eating, that means your cells are constantly regenerating. That means you're aging faster, right? And you don't want to age fast. We're already having to deal with that here in Babylon the Great with the foods not yielding their proper nutrients, right? So add that with the people constantly eating. This is why you see definitely these Americans, these Babylonians have issues. They have issues upon issues because your diet is trash. You're not implementing fasting into your diet. You're not exercising. You're not working out. You're not out here burning calories. You're sitting on your ass all day. Your body is made to move, walk around, park further. Sometimes, hey, if there's a store around you where you live at or whatever, you know, instead of driving to the store, walk to the store. That's a good idea right there, right? Let me see. Essentially, the cellular recycle system that helps maintain cell health and functions. So yeah, your cells are not constantly regenerating, not constantly making more cells. You actually want them to calm all that down, to slow down, for your body to slow down, making all these cells over and over again, which leads to you aging fast, not feeling good, right? Let's see, weight loss and fat burning by restricting calories intake. That's very important. That's why it's imperative to eat foods that are very filling. Fasting promotes fat breakdown and can lead to weight loss, particularly when combined with a balanced diet. You see, you have a balanced diet. You're watching your calorie intake, right? Depending on how tall you are and how much you weigh. Hey, it's good to be on a calorie deficit. 250, 2,500 calories or less, depending on how tall you are, right? Hey, just type it into ChatGPT as your free life coach right there. You want to be on a calorie deficit, so eat less than just me speaking. Eat less than 2,000 calories one 1,500 calories, 1,500 calories, right? It just depends on the person, right? Like I said, I'm on my 44-hour fast, which I may go longer, right? Water fast. I should have said that earlier. I'm actually doing a 44-hour water fast, right? Which, as the apostle had put it, it's a dirty fast. But, I feel a lot better doing the water fast than doing the dry fast, right? I'm less hangry, you know? Matter of fact, let me see what the apostle had put up. Yeah, dirty fast, a form of intermittent fasting where you consume small amount of calories, usually under 100 during your fast window, unlike clean fast, which allows 0 calorie. I should have went to it. Matter of fact, let me see. It's right here. It's literally right here. Let's see. 0 calorie beverages is considered dirty because it involves eating or drinking a smaller something with calories, and if it's some small amount, well, technically it's still fasting. Let me see. But yeah, I'm doing a water fast, so pretty much, water has no calories in it, so just keeping your body hydrated. I got a bit got me a big jug with me on those whatever you call these mugs, hydro flasks, right? Because not trying to drink out of the plastic. It's got one of those metal jugs, metal flasks, whatever you want to call them, right? Got that. And sometimes, hey, if you feeling hungry, instead of eating, just drink the water, right? So that's pretty much what how I'm going about it, right? Let's see. Let's get some more about this. Cellular repair and autotrophy. Fasting triggers autotrophy, a process where cells remove damaged components, potentially reducing the risk of disease like cancer and Alzheimer's. You see that? You want that, right? You want that. And, going back to it, it's also free energy. It's to the point where, when I do my 44-hour water fast, right, it's like I'm drinking coffee, I have energy. As the apostle had put in his video, I forget the particular person that he was talking about, but that person had said, if I have a project or something that I have to focus on, right, I will go on a fast. And I can tell you first and foremost, yeah, it keeps you focused. It keeps you focused, man. Hey, it's free energy. You feel a lot better. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get some more heart health. Fasting may lower blood pressure. You see, because a lot of Jakes is dealing with that blood pressure, high blood pressure, cholesterol levels, triglycerides, reducing the risk of cardiovascular disease, right? Reduce inflammation. Short-term fasting can decrease markers of inflammation, which is linked to chronic diseases like arthritis and heart diseases, right? It's good to fast. Your body is hurting, you're feeling a little sore. Hey, that fast is going to help with that, right? If I'm not mistaken, also, they said after a good workout, so you go to the gym or whatever. Hey, that's another thing. Listen to a guy named David Goggins, and he great motivational speaker. That's another thing, that had me like, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want this cut? Because once again, I was trying to lose weight on a bad diet. Yeah, I was intermittent fasting, but you cannot outwork a bad diet. So you had to ask myself, how bad do I want it? And so, hey, sometimes the process ain't easy. But other times, hey, you look forward to this fast. But anyways, going back to it, a guy named David Goggins, great motivational speaker. Hey, you got Jake out there crying, I don't have a gym membership and all that stuff. You can work out at home. Do some push-ups, run around. Look up some workouts that you can do at home, man. You don't need a gym, but hey, you got Planet Fitness that costs $10. You know what I'm saying? Hey, particular jobs like my job, other jobs down here, they have gyms at the workplace. On your break, go to the gym. That's what I've been doing. Great benefits, right? Plus fasting. Oh man, you winning. Let's see, I want to get these two: enhanced brain function and gut health. Fast and give the digestive system a break. Because if I'm not mistaken, it takes 24 hours or more, maybe even 72 hours to digest the food, right? So just as a Sabbath, you're supposed to rest, right? It is good to give your digestive system a rest. Potentially improving gut microbiome diversity and reducing digestive issues, right? I want to get this right here. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna read it all. Enhance brain function, improve focus and clarity. You see that? Yes, most definitely, because it says stable energy levels from ketone production, right? I've experienced all of that, right? Mood regulation fasting may positively affect mood by stabilizing blood sugar and increasing ketone levels, which can have common effects. I've seen that. Instead of me coming home all tired, ready to pass out on the couch, you feel great. You're enjoying more time, especially if you have some bunions, right? Enjoying your time with your bunions, teaching them, teaching them how to be a man, teaching them, some moves, martial arts, sports, and all that stuff. Got more time with them instead of passing out on the couch. You have more energy, man. You feel great. You feel a lot better, right? Let me see. I'm gonna type this in. How long does it take for your body to digest food? Let's see that. Total digestive time, the entire digestive process from eating to elimination typically takes 24 to 72 hours for food to pass through the digestive systems, right? So about that. So yeah, your digestive system needs a break. Just like the Lord has ordained a Sabbath for us to rest, not to cook, not to have sex, not to work out, right? Not to work, which we're here in Babylon the Great. So, hey, the law is slack here, right? But we keep the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability, right? So just as we do that, your body needs a rest. There was a woman, if I'm not mistaken, she was working like every day, ended up passing away from that, man. So yeah, your body needs a rest. So yeah, that's just a little quick one. Just my little testimony of water fasting. All right. Y'all right desires the edifying lesson. Shalom.